Hello everyone, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. My name is Steven Marqueteros, and today we are expanding upon the park in every possible way that we can conceive of. Yes, I know you have been watching this series for quite a while now, and it's starting to go on for many episodes, and we don't like to— wow, that tree has some of the best placement I've ever seen. And I don't like to have my series run on for far too long these days, because some of the series that we may have played before in that situation. So yeah, we're trying to keep times down. We're trying to keep time short. So we need to get a lot of roller coasters open so we can make this place profitable as heck. And it's one of the reasons that we decided to keep this coaster open instead of completely changing its makeup, because honestly, we just don't have the time to do that. And you guys probably don't want to sit around for another 18 episodes watching me redesign the same thing over and over again. And so what we've been working on these past few episodes is making new roller coasters and additionally creating this brand new western section. And I know you guys hear the western section and you're like, what is that? What is this witchcraft? Why is he not building nature-themed things? That is like his one thing that he does well because it's generic. Yes, I know, I've ventured onto new territory here. Something that hasn't been performed in Steven Marquetero's history in quite a while. And last episode, we were able to design a mine train. So anyway, that long exposition about our history essentially is referring to the fact that we need to build more roller coasters. We need to build them quickly. So while it is nice to have stuff like this sort of be made, what we need to do is we essentially need to open up a whole section of the park brand new at once to try and draw in some of the greatest amount of money possible. Because we are essentially pulling in a profit, but if we can try to concentrate our period of profit at one time to try and make $1 million, that is going to be best off for us, because if we keep releasing and opening new stuff like this, what eventually happens is that the amount of people that want to ride them fades over time, and they don't want to ride them anymore, as we can see stuff like this. Essentially, I actually think that just broke down. But stuff like this becomes slightly less popular. I think this also just recently broke down. They become less popular over time. You can see that only made $64 last month, and this one only made $1,200. Well, this brand new one that we just made pulled in $2,200. Of course, this one didn't probably recently break down. So what we need to do is we need to make coasters that can get through a lot of people relatively quickly, and we need to do it all at once. So what I recommend doing is that we're going to build a brand new coaster right over here with that inverted design that we researched. Let's see if we got anything. Back to the 80s. What is this? Equalizer. Ooh, it's a hypercoaster, I think. So yeah, ooh, we could actually do that if we wanted to. Nothing above, nothing below. Is this far? We'll develop this one too while we're also working on stuff. But yeah, we need to build more roller coasters and essentially as fast as we possibly can. All right, so let's actually look at what roller coaster designs we have. I don't want to see that's broken down constantly. We can also build blueprints, but that's boring. That's not what you're here for. You're not here to see that. Let's see, back to the 80s. Which one is that? Yeah, there we go. It's another hypercoaster. So we actually have already built one of these, but what I'm thinking we should do is we should build one of these inverted two-seater ones. Well, it would be, well, yeah, we can't really get through as many with an inverted two-seater as we could a four-seater, so I don't know why we would do that in that situation. Oh, we could actually build a wooden coaster, couldn't we? Yeah, wooden coasters always get a lot of queue time. They're not, you know, the greatest in terms of actually, like, you know, being stable and getting through people, but they're quite fun. We should probably build that over here, actually. These don't take up a whole lot of room, if I remember correctly, because they are just, you know, essentially wooden roller coasters. So I guess this western-themed area is going to be more roller coasters than anything. So let's build that. We can always carve out this land a little bit if ever. Oh, actually, we can't, because that is literally right on the edge there. It runs right through there. So if we build this over here, hopefully we shouldn't have too many problems with that. I'm hoping. I'm always hoping. If we really have this right next to that, it shouldn't be too much of a problem in reality. We can also build a little bit up too. All right, let's do that then. Let's take a little bit of a risk because we don't often take risks, and it might actually end up looking pretty cool to have a nice wooden roller coaster right next to this whole western theme here. I know it violates sort of the theme a little bit, but it might be what we need to do in purposes of this. And yes, I will always have the final say in decisions made here. I am Steven Marqueteros. I will decide what happens here at Dodge Them All. I have no idea what that personality was, but we'll stick with it. We'll stick with it. It's like a 45-degree turn in there, and then we flatten it out up here. I'm sorry, this the sunlight that is affecting my face right now is really intense. I can't see. It's blinding me, guys. Hold up. It's one of the things about recording YouTube videos when you're facing the west is that the sun set in the west. Yeah, it rises in the east. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, that is one of the things about recording YouTube videos where I end up recording them is that sometimes the sun gets a little bit much in the way. All right, let's just give it a test at this point because I just want to see how we're doing. I want to see how much velocity we sort of have built up at this point. Let's run through it one more time. It's really weird now. It's dark in here. I closed that window and everything's all dark. All right, so we're going up. Okay, this is always the fun part of the wooden coaster ride here. All right, yeah, that is very close back up to the top. All right, let's see this. Okay, lots of velocity. There we go. The main initial drop, and we twist over to the side here, and we go back down. And there we go. Drop like that, and up like that, and then back down. Okay, and back up for our nice twist. All right, that was actually pretty good. All right, that was a pretty significant airtime hill there. Was that an airtime hill? I'm still not really sure if that's an airtime hill or not. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to actually try to keep it pretty low this time and do a curve down. It's pretty low, but we're going to have a nice little turn that comes back onto the outside here. All right, so it's going around. Yeah, a lot of wooden coasters are literally kind of repetition in that sense. They do seem to last a good while, though. I'm not sure why. Auto completed that. Let's see how that turned out for us. Let's run a little bit of a test beforehand and just see if it's a little bit crazy, if I need to add some sort of block section somewhere in order to make this a little bit less intense. Because I've actually ridden it, and besides that first time, I've just sort of watched it since then. All right, here we go. The first intimidating drop. It's always the best part of a roller coaster. Getting ourselves down that hill, twisting ourselves back up and around there. Okay, on that follow down section. Okay, the drop. Hopefully what I believe to be an airtime hill, and there we go, back up. Okay, looped around, and a nice big drop again. Okay, up and over, and up and around. Okay, up straight there. Nice and slow. All right, we fall down. We go over this elongated section and around there. Okay, and up. This is where we start to really lose our velocity. That's fine. On down this low section, up and over the hill, up and over the hill, and then up and into the black brakes. There we go. That's actually pretty good for a wooden coaster. I don't think we actually did too poor on that design. Okay, how's the testing on that? All right, so it's not very nauseating, it's scary, and it's pretty exciting. Let's look at our results. Traction rating very low. Total airtime of 2.8 seconds. Have we made any challenges? No, we haven't. That was our average speed. 23 miles per hour. That's actually pretty slow. Build a coaster with at least 6 seconds of airtime. Still haven't done that yet. I guess we're just not good at building the good old airtime. But let's add the entrance and exit onto that. Okay, I have actually built the station wrong, so let's actually edit that now. All right, so we have that coaster built. Decorating for that one will come a little bit later. For now, I just want to get through a lot of the different designs of these coasters. I think this coaster does particularly well. Let me get my selection off of this. Because I just like the design of wood coasters in general. They're not too difficult to build. They look kind of wooden coastery in only a way I can able to explain. They do a lot of loops back and forth around because they're not. You can't be very creative with them. But it's nice to just go back to the basics and do something like that. And it reminds me a lot of like different kind of mathematical sine wave functions and operations that you can do. Ooh, we got a research project ready to be built. Nothing above, nothing below. Let's see what this is. Ooh, it's the Black Falcon coaster. It's one of those new ones that they just recently came out with. Alternative launch in the freedom of flight. I am not 100% sure what that is, but I could possibly tell you what that is. So let's research that one. We just built a coaster, so I wasn't expecting my finances to look particularly decent. When you do that, when you build a lot of constructions, you don't really get a whole lot of profit. Rides and tickets, $800. What on earth? It's because our amount of profit we're making is actually no, what is increasing so significantly? Well, our coaster sales are down like half. I guess something broke down, and we just have did all of our staff leave again? Come on, staff. So I guess we need to build one more coaster in this area. And I'm not sure right now what it wants to be. We could always build this Black Falcon one. It looks pretty cool. You can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 28 people. Did I do that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, 24 people. So this is going to do 24. This can do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18. This can do 18 people. Look at this do 2, 4, 6, 6, 12, 18, 24. Yeah, see, it actually does get through quite a lot of people. So we may end up wanting to actually build this one in our sort of western area. I'm not sure why we'd want to build it there, but it is something that we could build. And I think, without lack of a better purpose, it is something that we are going to end up building, even though this part of the park is starting to look a little bit on the strange side. But, yeah, we can have it run through a lot of different zones and type stuff before we actually get it to where we're trying to put it. So I don't think that'd actually be that bad. So let's run that like there. Okay, and we can always build this one because this looks kind of on the cool side. So while we're there, let's shoot back up 45 degrees through this giant pillar of steel that we're now manufacturing. And that's where I want to conduct our first little test at to see how we're doing on this one. It's starting to look kind of crazy. I'm not using up nearly as much space as I thought it was because I'm leaving all this blank area over here, but that always does leave room for like a hyper coaster or something to run by in the future. So let's run a test of that and see how we're looking. So I'm going to be on that, of course. All right. And it looks like we're good. Looks like we are good. Okay. There we go. Rolling down on hopefully improved slope a bit. Yep, there we go. That's much better. Okay, and that is a better way to do that. Roll. Okay, that still looks pretty good. Okay, there we go. Running up that is a true flight experience now. Much more smooth. Okay, then we run through here. Slow down a lot, but it's fine. Run around through that. Alright, then up there. And then hopefully we should just be able to come down around through here. Which that somehow told me was the most smoothest option to do that. And I'm not 100% sure how that is, but alright, I'll live with it for now. And then there we go. That's pretty much the end of the ride. Let's actually see how this is after the block section here, because I haven't had the opportunity of seeing. It isn't too bad. Especially because we have the trim brakes literally right there, leading us to the end. Okay, so yeah, that was Black Falcon 2. We're going to definitely need a name for that, because that is entirely necessary to have names for all these coasters. I think you guys have already sent in other names for all of these, but we haven't actually been able to get around to that yet. So yeah, essentially, in this episode, we were able to construct 3 brand new rides. Well, actually, 2 brand new rides. Yeah, we built 2 brand new coasters. And we basically have them sitting around doing nothing as of yet, but we are going to essentially build a bunch of scenery around them, or at least I will, in between episodes, to get them all nice and scened up, so we can essentially open up this park and make ourselves a boatload of cash, hopefully being able to get some more bonuses, because some of the challenges would be nice to get a couple $1,000s out of that, and hopefully raise the amount of parks and our guests, raise the amount of guests in our park significantly, and get that monthly profit significantly up, because it isn't doing so well for us right now. Our finances are looking a bit bleak, especially when we construct roller coasters. If you look at the graph, it's a little bit more telling. But yeah, we are making about $2,000 on average per month, which isn't a lot because we are going to be sitting here for about, let's see, 50 months as 100,000, so 500 months. And I don't think you guys are going to do that. So yeah, we need to get a lot of stuff open pretty much as quickly as possible, and this amount essentially doubles the amount of roller coasters in our park, which hopefully will essentially double the amount of guests, double the amount of money, or even more than that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name is Steven Marqueteros. Planet Coaster is always super fun to record. If you want to see more of our Planet Coaster content, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, give us a thumb. Tell us how we're doing. Tell us if you like that. Most people dislike these days, so maybe drop a dislike if you want. My name is Steven Marqueteros, and I will see you guys next time.